What's up, guys? So, on this particular video, we'll be discussing about Meghalaya in the month of March 2026, what you should be expecting in terms of the weather, the road condition, the places that you should be visiting, overall, the kind of time that you need to explore, the number of days, I would say, the kind of gear that you need to be carrying, and what is the budget that you need for your trip to Meghalaya in the month of March 2026. So, now starting off with the weather, you need to understand that the month of March is the beginning of spring in Meghalaya, so by default, it is going to be pleasant in the daytime. Temperature will range anywhere between 20 to 25 degrees in the daytime, while in the nights, it's going to be very pleasant and cold. In places like Shillong and Cherrapunji, the nighttime temperature will range from anywhere between 8 to 14 degrees, while in places like Dauki, which is along the Bangladesh plains, the temperature in the night will range from anywhere between, I would say, 14 to 18 degrees. So that's the difference in temperature fluctuation. But if your trip includes nights in Cherrapunji and Shillong, make sure that by default you're carrying your woolen wear because it's going to be pretty cold in the nights, especially after sunset. And sunset in Meghalaya is pretty early. You can expect it to be completely pitch dark by latest 5 o'clock in the evening because it's so far east that the sun sets pretty early in this part of the country. Now, when it comes to rainfall, it's very unlikely that it's going to be raining. But even if it does rain, it's going to be very short burst of rain, which is typically expected in the evenings around, I would say, before sunset around 4:35, and this shower will last for around anywhere between 30 to 40 minutes maximum. Now, coming back to the road condition, now the roads leading to Meghalaya from Assam are excellent, and the roads all over Meghalaya along the tourist circuit, you can expect the roads to be very good. It is only one patch which is really bad, and that is from Shillong to Dauki via Mauling Nong and Revai. So now this particular road is not made yet; it is an unpaved road. So the best way to visit Mauling Nong, Revai, and Dauki without having to take this road twice is by traveling via Joai and visiting Dauki and then returning via Mauling Nong and Revai. This way you'll avoid taking the road twice and you can only end up taking it once, which is really beneficial because if you have to take the road twice, it becomes a real headache because you're just going on a bumpy ride. Now, network in Meghalaya is very good. Airtel and Jio have excellent 4G and 5G connectivity in all parts. It's only when you go down trekking into the valley that's where the network becomes very grim. But in the rest of the main villages and towns, you'll get excellent network. UPI payment is accepted all over Meghalaya, so you do not need to worry. But my personal recommendation is carry at least around 5,000 rupees in cash with you. So by default, when you're getting to any of the entry points or the parking points where you got to pay for parking and entry, you'll have petty cash with you. Now, Meghalaya is a place which has entry fee at every point. So, no matter where you're going, you will have entry fees, and your entry fee will range from anywhere between 10 rupees to 100 rupees, depending on where you're going. So, like for example, just a viewpoint is has a 10 rupee entry fee. If you want to go to maybe the double decker route bridge, which is a trek after trekking 3,000 steps, you will have to pay an entry fee of 100 rupees per person. So be prepared mentally to be having cash with you to pay for this entry fee because they collect all this in cash and this is for the upkeeping of the village and the maintenance. Now remember, Meghalaya is a Christian Catholic state, so by default, most things are closed on Sundays. The double decker route bridge trek is not possible on Sundays. You can go there any time of the week, but not Sunday. And at the same time, you've got to remember that Mauling Nong is another village which is Asia's cleanest village. This particular village is closed on Sundays. So even if you end up going to the village, you can visit the village, but all the shops, the stalls, the eateries are all shut. So plan accordingly so that you do not end up on these places on Sundays and then have to miss out on the real experience. Now, ideally, what is the kind of gear that you need when you're traveling to Meghalaya? You need in the month of March, you definitely need your sunscreen. You definitely need your sunglasses with UV protected because when the sun is out, it's going to be extremely hot and sunny. Along with this, you need your jacket. You need a very good pair of shoes. Make sure that you have shoes which have a good grip because Meghalaya includes a lot of walking and trekking. Even getting to the single decker route bridge will require you to walk around 150 steps. So come mentally prepared for a lot of walking. Do not come to Meghalaya expecting your vehicle to take you everywhere and it's just going to be a viewpoint. That's not going to happen. Come prepared for walking. Come with extra pair of socks because do not expect to wash your clothes in Meghalaya. They are not going to dry up. And now, when you're traveling around Meghalaya, very important thing to understand is that the sunrise and sunset timing is not like the rest of India. So you need to wake up early. If you plan on coming for a typical holiday where you can wake up late and then start your day late and lazy, that's not the way to go around Meghalaya. You need to start your journey latest in the morning by 8 a.m. so that you can finish seeing and sightseeing places without having the hassle of missing out on places. So what happens if you start late? It's that you're going to end up missing out on a lot of spots because sunset is so early that it becomes a bummer. So by starting by 8 o'clock in the morning, you have ample of time to visit the places and get done with your sightseeing by latest 4:30, so that you can return to your homestay or your hotel, be it in Cherrapunji, be it in Dauki, be it in Mawlingnong or Shillong, by 6-7 o'clock in the evening, and then explore and experience these places to whatever the fullest they are. The best way to explore Meghalaya is by staying in homestays because homestays give you the authentic Kashi experience, because that is the best way to go around Meghalaya. If you're planning on going to hotels, remember hotels in Shillong, especially Police Bazaar, are really really bad. They're substandard quality, and I would not personally recommend them because for the cost that you're spending, it is genuinely not worth it. The best option that people have is to take the homestays. Homestays are very affordable, and most homestays provide you with breakfast included, so that's a added bonus. Now, food in Meghalaya is easily available, and even vegetarian food is available. In places like Shillong, you'll get plenty of vegetarian options, but in places like Dauki then in Mawlingnong and in Cherrapunji, your options for veg get limited. It's just the basic veg thali, which will be rice, dal, a couple of sabjis, and that's about it. Roti is not a culture in Meghalaya, it is a rice culture, so be prepared to have rice for lunch and for dinner. Getting rotis in Meghalaya is like a miracle, especially in the remote parts. It's pretty hard to get it, but if you do, very good. Now, the other thing that you need to remember is that when you're traveling to Meghalaya, you need a minimum, I would say, of 5 nights, 6 days to explore Meghalaya, and that to just the tourist places. If you want to go for an offbeat experience, you'll need a minimum of 7 nights, 8 days. That's like if you want to go to the Garo Hills, which is where what do you call that? Where Vari Chora is, then you'll have to make sure that you have 7 to 8 days with you, because it's not possible to visit every bit of Meghalaya in a matter of 6 to 7 days. You need time, and that is the reason if you want to explore the caves, the riverside and the backwaters, then by default you will definitely need a minimum of 7 nights, 8 days. Now, for all those who are planning on exploring Meghalaya and are looking to join a trip, we do have trips happening to Meghalaya. You can click on the link in the description, go to our website, and you get all the details related to our trips happening in the month of March and April. If you have any queries related to your personal travel to Meghalaya, please do not call us or WhatsApp us because our sales team is not inclined to respond to your queries. For all your personal queries, please just leave a comment in the comment section and we will be more than happy to reply to your queries on YouTube itself. For any other queries, you can directly book a consultation. A consultation is a paid service, and once you book a consultation, one of our Tlow executives will get on a call with you and will solve your queries. Now, remember that Meghalaya is a place which is fantastic, but in the month of March, the waterfalls are not going to be active. It's just Krangsuri, Nokalikai, which is a viewpoint, and Fifi Falls, along with Elephant Falls. These are the four waterfalls which will be active. So, do not come to Meghalaya expecting to get the Seven Sisters and all the other waterfalls. They're not going to be active. For that, you need to come in the monsoon. Now, the final bit is how much would you end up spending for a trip to Meghalaya? It entirely depends on the number of people in your group and the length of your trip and the accommodation that you're choosing. These three factors determine your entire trip. If you're planning a solo trip to Meghalaya, it's pretty hard because there is no real public transport that will get you from one place to another place. So you'll need to either rent out a bike or you will definitely need to take sharing vehicles, which again are not the most convenient way of traveling around Meghalaya. Plus, it is always more convenient to for a group to do a group trip in by booking a package or getting your friends to come along, because that's the most convenient way and seamless way to get around Meghalaya. So now till our next video about Meghalaya, stay safe, stay happy, and stay blessed.